live in that box. Well, hello. How's it going, everybody? It's been a long time. Haven't been getting much done this 2017 so far. I've been skiing twice this month, so once a week to Austria with some friends, and the second week with my family to celebrate my dad's 60th birthday in France. So a lot of beer has been drunk, but not a lot of brewing has been going on. This year we've had the challenges again with the neighbours, as you're all aware. One of my neighbours, he went up to this lady's apartment on the 3rd floor and he felt air coming through a crack which was entering her kitchen, and he thinks what happened is the people who installed her ventilation hood were cowboys and they went in with a jackhammer or something, but basically it's put a crack from my chimney into her apartment. So he sealed it up now with some tape, and guess what? First brew day of 2017 happens on Saturday, and that beer is going to be, of course, for Jack. This is your New Zealand IPA, which I'm going to brew. What else? Yeah, this is my quadruple. It's been in the fermentation fridge now for over 2 months, nearly 3 months, and the carbonation was just terrible. It didn't take off at all, so just left it, and I think once every month I went in and I rotated the bottles to get the yeast back into the beer again. So it is 10% ABV. You do expect from time to time to have a slower carbonation, but not this slow. Jeepers creepers. This one really took a long time, but still not at the proper carbonation. I think another month and it should be good. And again, the taste from it, we'll get to that in a second. So definitely carbonation there. So this is the West Flatering clone. So it has a head, but the CO2 is not very stable, and that's for 2 reasons. One, it's a high strength beer, and 2, I haven't put it into the fridge and let the CO2 really stabilize in the beer, so that head is going to disappear. I'm drinking this warm, by the way, for you. Cheers. Definitely the carbonation is starting to come through nicely. It's you can see from the top, probably can't see it, but there's sand ash at the bottom. You can see the bubbles rising to the top. A lovely colour, brown red tinge to it. Yeah, you get the caramel, you get the malt, and only bittering hops in this, so I don't expect to smell any hops, but bitterness is there. It's perfect. A nice bitter end to that sweet caramelly malty flavour. But yeah, I will send a couple of bottles to my prize winners for hopefully you guys can do an online review. So yeah, Jax, I brew your beer this weekend, but it doesn't stop there. I'm going to test it. I've got activated carbon now for the offside cap, the ventilation hood, so 2 activated carbon filters. The lady's, Martin has sorted out the lady's chimney, so I'm feeling good about this one. So I'm gonna go for a second brew day on Sunday. Yeah, gotta catch up, get those fermenters filled, and yeah, what else? I promised a video about the beer experiment between bottling techniques, kegging techniques, and normal bottling. We've done the first test, that's after 2 months of the IPA. Results, a little bit surprising. I expected to see a lot more of a deviation. I also went on to Brewlosifer. If you haven't checked out Brewlosifer's website, definitely one to check. He's just knocking down all these misconceptions of beer brewing left, right and centre. So what he does is I put a link in the bottom there. What he does is he says, okay, this is what the book says we have to do. This is what I do. Let's do both, make a test. And then he does all this kind of statistical analysis on his tests. Trust me, you will not get that on my test. Basically, it's just three of us pissed farts tasting a beer which actually doesn't taste very good at all. But yeah, Brewlosifer. If you haven't seen him, check him out. He's great. He also has a nice YouTube video where he says, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to eat a load of yeast and prove that I won't get drunk. And he got absolutely smashed. So yeah, good guy, good fun, really knocking down all the misconceptions that many home brewers have. I'll give some examples. Yeah, warm fermentation versus cool fermentation or normal fermentation. Fermenting in a keg or fermenting in a carboy. Actually, that had statistical significance, that one. So that was a good one. What else did you do? Yeah, pitching normal yeast or making a starter and pitching that yeast, what the difference is. So all those things that we always talk about in the forums or on YouTube, he sort of does them for us. He really good pioneer in that respect. Yeah, the last thing about the test is I will go back to in about, yeah, I've been sick last week as well with the flu, so I couldn't drink. But I think in the next week or the next 2 weeks, I've got a friend coming over from Belfast for St. Patrick's Day. Now we're just gonna unleash the second test and just see if there's any differences between the beer. I'm not going to spoil any surprises. So that's it, just a short update. Probably taking a lot longer than it should have. Hopefully my battery hasn't died and I'm just talking to myself again. I have a few things to unbox, a few wee surprises for the brewery. One of them is Herms related. We got a new, yeah, I think the spray ball is a really nice touch, but I'm concerned about hot cider aeration. Yes, go to Brewlosifer, check him out. He will tell you all about hot cider aeration and the tests he's done. Had no statistical analysis on a homebrew scale. But still, you've got to try to keep as much of that malt flavour in your beer, especially if you want to brew a Pilsner. There's no watery Pilsner, it tastes like shite. So you want a nice malty, bitter, balanced malt. If you've ever had a German Pils, you'll know all about it. So let's have a little unboxing. I don't know if any of you other brew tubers get it, or if you record your videos with your iPhone. But Apple seem to got very clever, and I must say a little bit too clever in my opinion. I got up from the last video, I walked around the table, I looked at my phone, and I stopped. So, yeah, how does it know? I played it again, it played all the way to the end until I stood up off the table. I don't get it. I think it's too clever, Apple, too clever. Best calm down there. But cheers for the yeah, cheers. Big box today. Excuse me, mess in my room. This is a very big box. And usually there's only certain things that come in boxes this big. And it's not on the hops. Knife down. Receipt. packing. Yeah, one thing I got today, I already have one, but you know you can never have too many of them, I guess, is a woordbeluchter set with RVS. In English that is an aeration kit. So, but I want it with stainless steel bubbler. So that's what I'll use in future. Just wanted a new one. My other one's a bit shitty. I didn't like the stone. It just felt very, I don't know. At least with the stainless steel, I feel more comfortable throwing it into some PBW, boiling it out of it, and it'll be all good. So a new complete set, €25. Not bad. What's next? Oh. Yeah, Jack's, a little bit of an insight to your New Zealand IPA, some Wakatu. This is going to be the aroma hop for the IPA. I'm going to aroma this one. I hope you don't mind. On the floor is Green Bullet, the second hop. So this is going to be our bitter hop. I might throw a little bit, I don't know what it's like. So I'll give it a little sniff test. Brew a little bit in a cup of coffee, or with a coffee filter, and see, is it going to be a good aroma hop? Dry hop. And just throw that in dry hops with the Wakatu. Maybe I might want to just leave the Wakatu by itself. I got me an airlock and a cran. And I got a new 60 litre spiral fermentation tank. At the moment I only have one, which means I can only have one IPA and one strong beer on the go at one time. So now it gives me a little bit more flexibility, that I can have a couple of IPAs or Weizen and an IPA on the go. The spray ball is a nice idea. I think it's good for cleaning, but it does splash, it doesn't help just keeping that malt flavour in. So to be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed for the one reason that this is SS Brewtech. Now, normally SS Brewtech comes in a beautiful box and you feel really classy, but no, this was delivered in a box with some plastic on it, but I know it was the last one in the shop, so it could have been a demo. I don't know. But this, my friends, this is my new manifold for the return on the Hermes coil, and I will drop a silicone hose that will connect on here, and this will just sit on top of the grain bed, so we'll always have a little body of water above it, and the beer will come in. Now, from first impressions, I can see the holes are tapered with length, which is quite clever. The pressure is always going to be highest at the closest to the point of the thing, but as the pressure drops along the way, you need bigger holes to compensate for the lack of pressure. Therefore you get an equal flow all the way around, and they actually are. So I think the first one's 3mm, 4mm, 5mm, 6mm, 7mm, 8mm. Yeah, they've tapered it. I don't know how engineered it is, to be fair, but it's a good idea. That's it. There's the back side. So this will sit on the grain, and the water, or the wort, will just flow out and back onto the grain. So I'm going to have that installed for the brew day on Saturday. This will be the first test. Give her a wee clean. Well, chaps, as I said, nothing really special. Just end of year tax return came in. Decided to splurge a little bit. Got my new stone, which I will use on Saturday on the brew day. Maybe. With an IPA, I'm not so concerned. I want this actually for high strength beer like this guy, so they properly ferment out Also, I'm really excited to use this guy. Absolute piece of work. Like, these guys at SS Brew Technology, they're making some good stuff. And this wasn't expensive actually. Like, usually their stuff is quite expensive, but you're paying for quality. €1,000 for a fermenter. But this was €50. And such a little investment can actually improve your brew day quite a lot. So yeah, for all those who are stuck for a solution of just usually putting a pipe in and hoping that it will swirl around on top of the grain bed, and if you're looking for a more controlled way, we'll give this guy a test on Saturday and we'll see how he performs. Well guys, nice to be back. Hey, I think my last video could have been the one where I was announcing the competition winners for 100 subscribers. Holy goodness. We have now well over 200 subscribers. So yeah, I haven't even done the first test yet, so we're gonna have to up the ante, I think, and maybe do another test at 250, 300. We'll see when this first batch gets out. And 2 of the prize winners live in bloody Australia, so the postage is going to be a nightmare. But love it. My beer is going to the other side of the world. So happy Homebrew Wednesday, folks. Cheers, and good to be back. It's good to be back.